So in our previous session, we were focusing upon the concept of business. We understood that business is an activity which involves the utilization of the resources and convert something into some newly identifiable product or services. So business includes production, business includes the manufacturing, it also includes the provision of services or supply of goods, that is trading. I'll now come forward to the definitions of the term business, and then we'll discuss the various important features of business. In fact, चाहे business हो, चाहे profession हो, चाहे employment हो, all are the economic activities. We basically started from the concept of economic activities only. And we understood that anywhere there is a flow of money or money's worth, then in that case, it is considered as an economic activity. So business from that perspective is an economic activity. Professor Haney gives the definition as what? Business activities are all those human activities which are directed towards the production and processing of wealth. Very important. All those human activities which are directed towards production and processing of the wealth. Whatever wealth you want to create can be created out of business, or whatever wealth you have created, that can be managed into a business. Similarly, Pride, Hughes and Kapoor says, the organized efforts of individuals to produce and sell for a profit the goods and services that satisfy society's need. This is more prominent and efficient definition. Why? There has to be the organized efforts. You cannot do the activities on a random basis. Organized efforts, मतलब आज मेरा मन किया, आज मैंने production किया, बेच दिया. You should not do something like that. You need to have the organized, regular efforts into that to produce and sell for a profit. Very importantly, whatever you have produced, you are able to sell it for a profit as well. You are not just selling it just at the cost to cost, but you are making profit out of that, and you are producing and supplying such things that satisfies the society's needs. So three very important things which are talked about in this. One, there has to be the organized efforts. Two, you are producing and selling at profit. You're not doing it under a charity. And the third thing is you are satisfying human need, the society's needs. I'll do one thing. I'll start making the charts, and you should make the charts along with me. I hope you have made a separate book for the subject of organization of commerce and management, and you should keep writing everything into that. Right? I'll just make a new note for you. Observe it. Definition of business. एग्जाम में अगर एक भी डेफिनेशन लिखी आपने तो दैट इज सफिशिएंट. Of business given by Pride, Hughes and Kapoor. These are the three researchers who have given that definition. They say what? Business is an organized effort. Organized effort towards what? Production and sell of goods at profit. And those goods or services satisfy the human needs. Now, why this is required? Because if you would try to by heart this definition, then you will not be able to. You may be able to, but whether you'll be able to recognize or retrieve that at the right time is a question. But if you start remembering the important pieces out of that, everything becomes smooth and running for you people, right? So accordingly, these kind of charts is what we are going to observe on a regular basis. This will become the regular feature of your OCM sessions. All right. Okay, let me come ahead now to the features or characteristics of a business. The very first in that, it is said that business is an economic activity because it is undertaken to earn the money or livelihood of the person. If I am trying to teach you people, if I am imparting education, I am doing it for the purpose of getting the fees from you people. I'm not doing this under the love or affection that I would do to my son. If I am teaching my son and he is getting the knowledge out of that, at that time I'm not going to charge any fee to him. That is out of love, affection, feelings, sentiments, etc. In such case, it won't be considered as my business. Even though I'm a teacher, even though I am into a profession of teaching, then also the teaching to him will not be considered as business. But when I'm carrying it out in the open source and the people are coming to me, learning from me, in that case, it becomes the business activity for me. If I produced something, suppose वो मुझे ना American chopsy बनाना पसंद है. So suppose I make an American chopsy for my house, for my children and wife. In that case, it will simply be considered as what? It will simply be considered as out of love and affection. But if the same American chopsy I'm going into a hotel and I'm making there and the people are paying the money for that, then in that case, it will become a business activity for me and economic activity for me. Therefore, it is said that business, we are talking about its features. The very first in that is it is considered as an economic activity. Economic activity. Why so? Because it is carried to earn money or livelihood. Is it one right? Next one. There must be two parties into the business. क्योंकि मैं मेरे साथ खुद के साथ business थोड़ी करूंगा. There has to be an exchange of goods or services. And if there is a need of exchange of goods or services, of course, there has to be minimum two parties involved into a business activity or not. And that's why it is said that every business transaction involves the exchange, and therefore, for the purpose of exchange, there has to be minimum two parties, that is a seller and a buyer. The business transaction is a result of an agreement between the buyer and seller, which may be oral or written. So, business involves exchange. Exchange requires seller and buyer, and the transaction, business transaction, is an agreement which may be oral or written agreement. Like what? सपोज मैं रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज में चला गया और रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज ने मेरे को एक ऑर्डर दे दिया. अब उस मैनेजर ने मेरे को जो ऑर्डर दिया है मैं उस पर भरोसा कैसे करूं? I'll tell that order, tell that manager is what? That you give me the order in writing. We call in technical terms as purchase order. So I will ask that manager to give that particular order in writing so that I will be sure, क्योंकि मैं किसी इंडिविजुअल के साथ डील नहीं कर रहा हूं, मैं कंपनी के साथ डील कर रहा हूं. वही अगर मैं किसी इंडिविजुअल के साथ डील कर रहा होता तो इन दैट केस आई वुड सिंपली बी टेकिंग द ओरल ऑर्डर ऑल्सो. लाइक जो स्मॉल बिजनेसेस होते हैं वहां पे तो ओरली सारे एग्रीमेंट हो जाते हैं. But when it comes to the large scale organizations, there the activities do not take place on an oral basis. There has to be the written agreement between them. And therefore it is said that business requires two parties and those two parties must agree on something. Two parties. Involves exchange. What involves exchange? Business. BIZ is business. Exchange require two parties. Every transaction is agreement. Oral or written. Is this process going fine for everyone? By these charts, what is going to happen is we are not only going to complete the particular task, but at the same time we'll be able to recall it also at a later point, at a faster pace. Revision के लिए easy होगा.
So what is that involves exchange के ऊपर?
Business. BIZ. Is done?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next one, of course, बाप बड़ा ना भैया, सबसे बड़ा रुपया. So there has to be the profit motive in the business or not? If you are carrying out a business activity, you are expecting some kind of return from that. तुमने जितना पैसा लगाया तुमको एग्जैक्ट सिर्फ उतना ही पैसा वापस आया, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. उसके साथ कुछ ना कुछ एडिशनल आना चाहिए या नहीं? And that is what we call as the profit motive. So in every business there has to be a profit motive. Now what is this profit motive? Let's talk about that. See, if I am carrying out the business activity, I am not doing charity. If I'm buying some product for say 100 rupees, I should be expecting कि 100 का 120 तो बनना चाहिए. क्योंकि when I'm carrying out the business activity, I'm creating a setup. I am providing the services to the people. And against that, they're expected to give me the return, not exactly to what I've spent, but in addition to that, something in return for me also. The basic purpose of business is to earn profit from its activities. The businessmen try to maximize the profit either by increasing the volume of sales or reducing its cost. It is the spine of business which keeps the business going on in the long term. क्योंकि अगर प्रॉफिट मिलता रहेगा तो मुझे इंसेंटिव मिलता रहेगा कि मैं बिजनेस करता रहूं. अगर प्रॉफिट नहीं मिलेगा तो मुझे इंसेंटिव भी नहीं रहेगा कि मैं मेरा बिजनेस चालू रखूं. The amount of profit may differ from business to business. Now, why it is said to be the spine of the business is because the profit creates the kind of success for the business. Because मुझे जो प्रॉफिट होगा वो मैं मेरे लिए भी यूज करूंगा और री इन्वेस्टमेंट इनटू द बिजनेस में भी यूज करूंगा. और मुझे जो ओवरऑल प्रॉफिट होने वाला है उसमें से कुछ पैसा मैं मेरे एम्प्लॉइज के ऊपर खर्च करूंगा, कुछ पैसा मैं सेटअप पे खर्च करूंगा. So I am not only going to create my activity for a longer period of time, but it will be on the larger scale also. So basic purpose of business is to earn the profit. क्योंकि मैं जो कुछ भी कर रहा हूं वो मुझे प्रॉफिट बनाने के लिए ही करना है, क्योंकि मेरे जो एफर्ट्स मैं डाल रहा हूं, मेरा जो समय मैं बिजनेस में दे रहा हूं, उसके अगेंस्ट मुझे रिटर्न्स मिलना जरूरी है. यही अगर मैं किसी के पास जॉब करता तो मुझे उसमें सैलरी मिलती है नहीं. मैं वो सैलरी सेक्रीफाइस करके अगर मेरा बिजनेस कर रहा हूं तो आई डू एक्सपेक्ट सम और द अदर रिटर्न फ्रॉम इट और नॉट. And therefore it is said that business is carried out with the intention of earning the profit. The businessman will try to maximize the profit either by increasing the volume or reducing the cost. अब दो तरीके हैं. एक तो आप 100 रुपए की चीज 200 रुपए में बेचो, उससे आप डायरेक्टली 100 रुपए का प्रॉफिट मतलब 100% ऑन योर कॉस्ट कमा लोगे. और आप 100 रुपए पे सिर्फ 120 रुपए पे 100 रुपए का प्रोडक्ट 120 रुपए में बेचो, बट 120 रुपए वाले आप 10 प्रोडक्ट बेचो. 100 का प्रोडक्ट 200 में आप 2 बेचो या 100 का प्रोडक्ट 120 में आप 10 बेचो. अल्टीमेटली आपका इंटरेस्ट है 100 रुपए प्रॉफिट कमाने का, 200 रुपए प्रॉफिट कमाने का. क्योंकि 100 रुपए वाला प्रोडक्ट जब 200 में बेचोगे, 2 प्रोडक्ट भी बिक जाएंगे तो भी 200 रुपए मिल गया. और 100 का प्रोडक्ट 120 में बेचोगे और उसके 10 प्रोडक्ट बेच दोगे तो भी तुमको 200 रुपए का प्रॉफिट हो जाएगा. तो प्रॉफिट तो कमाना है. ये कैसे कमाना है तुम तय करो. लाइक इफ यू टेक द एग्जांपल ऑफ द नीश कंपनीज. अब सपोज एक सिंपल सा एग्जांपल लेते हैं. देयर आर द शर्ट्स मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनीज एंड शर्ट ट्रेडिंग कंपनीज. मेंस शर्ट जो आते हैं. अब मेन शर्ट ट्रेड करने में कंपनी, देयर इज दिस कंपनी कॉल्ड एज एलन सोली. नाम सुना होगा आपने. एलन सोली, लुई फिलिप, वैन ह्यूजेन, ये सारी कंपनीज का मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हमारे ही देश में होता है, बट ब्रांडिंग ये इंटरनेशनल है. और हमारे देश में इसका ब्रांडिंग कौन करता है? आदित्य बिरला ग्रुप. ऑल द 3 ब्रांड्स इन इंडिया आर ओन्ड बाय आदित्य बिरला ग्रुप. तो अब सपोज लुई फिलिप के शोरूम में आप चले गए, वहां पे आपने एक मेन शर्ट देखी. वो बंदा कहता है सर दिस शर्ट इज कॉस्टिंग 3200 रुपीज. कितना? 3200 रुपए की शर्ट. वहीं अगर हम लोग वो लुई फिलिप के शोरूम से बाहर निकल के आते हैं और कॉर्नर में आते हैं, वहां पे एक मेंस वेयर का शॉप है और वहां उससे पूछते हैं भैया वो व्हाइट कलर का शर्ट कितने का है? तो बंदा कहता है सर 500 रुपया. Now one person is ready to sell the shirt at 500 rupees. The other person is ready to sell at 3200 rupees. What's the difference? Yes, of course, quality is different. That's point number 1. But is the quality such different that the other person should be charging 6 times of the normal price? No. The difference is of the brand. The difference is of the branding. And the person who has invested the money in creating the brand, that person will say what? That person will say that to maintain the quality of my brand, I will be charging higher price. तो वो 100 रुपए का प्रोडक्ट 500 में भी बेचने के लिए रेडी हो जाएगा, क्योंकि उसको ब्रांड क्वालिटी मेंटेन करना है. Whereas जो बंदे को ब्रांड क्वालिटी में इंटरेस्ट नहीं है पर मेरे को मैक्सिमम प्रॉफिट मिलना चाहिए, वो बंदा क्या कहेगा, यार 500 में बेच, 400 में बनाया, 500 में बेच, नंबर ऑफ पीसेस बढ़ने चाहिए. So how do you increase your profit? How do you maximize your profit is all your policy. It can be by increasing the volumes or it can be by controlling your costs. Either which way, you will be able to increase your profits for the business. Core motive of business. Maximization of profits is possible by volume growth or reduced costs and profit is the spine of business. Is done. The next three things are, it involves production of goods and services, exchange of goods and services, and there is a difference between production and manufacturing. Let's come on to those 3 points and then we'll bring that into the chart. The production of goods and services. Before exchanging the goods and services, they should be produced by the enterprises. Goods are either manufactured or produced from the supplier with the aim of selling it to the selling it further to the consumer for profit. Now, I've already talked about it, that when you are talking about a business, the business primarily deals into the goods, or it can also be dealing into the services. Goods means what? Something which is solid, something which is visible, something that is tangible. Whereas services are those which are intangible in nature. What I'm carrying out now is the part of services. But what Reliance Industries does, what Tata Motors does, is they are dealing into those motor cars, they are dealing into that oil which is tangible, which is visible. So every business deals into the production of, I'm also producing the services and providing it to you immediately. Whereas there are the businesses which produce the goods or produce the goods and sell it into the market for making the profit. The same ways, the businesses also deal into the exchange of goods and services. So it is not necessary that you should always be into the production. You can also be there only into the exchange, wherein you are only buying the goods and selling it as such. That is what we call as a trader. The business involves transfer of goods and services directly or indirectly with money or money's worth. The monetary exchange in the is the exchange with money, for example, buying notebook for cash. On the other hand, in case of barter exchange, goods and services are exchanged for some or the other goods and services. Wheat is exchanged for rice, etc. So everywhere there will be the सिर्फ produce करना is not enough. वो produce किए हुए goods तुमको sell भी करने हैं, and that's why it is called as it involves exchange as well. If the goods are produced for own consumption, stitching a dress for daughter, it cannot be called as business activity, but stitching the dress in the tailoring shop and taking stitching charges for that is the business activity. Similarly, if the goods are donated or given as a gift, that cannot be considered as a business activity. That is but obvious. We have already been dealing with that. And then dealing in goods and services, every type of goods or services, every type of business transaction is concerned with either goods or services. In the absence of goods and services, business cannot take place. मैं या तो तुम्हारे लिए कुछ काम कर सकता हूँ या तुमको कोई गुड सप्लाई कर सकता हूँ, उसके बगैर मैं तुम्हारे सामने आके बुत बन के खड़ा रहूं तो दैट इज नॉट अ बिजनेस एक्टिविटी कि मैं तुम्हारे सामने खड़े रहने के पैसे लूंगा. You cannot call that as a business activity. But if you take the example, कई सारे मॉल्स में आजकल वो मिकी डोनाल्ड के कपड़े पहना के खड़े कर देते हैं लोगों को. Why? Because he is providing the service in that. वो मिकी डोनाल्ड का कपड़ा पहन के खड़ा है, बट दैट खड़ा है मतलब क्या? ही इज entertaining the people or not, and that is what we call as his service. In the absence of goods and services, business cannot take place. These goods are consumer goods or capital goods. Consumer goods मतलब क्या? जो end users के लिए बनाए जाते हैं, जो आप खुद कंज्यूम करने वाले हो डायरेक्टली या यूज करने वाले हो in your day-to-day activities, whereas capital goods are machinery, plant, furniture, etc. However, services created for business purposes are intangible, which are essential for doing the business, like transportation, banking, insurance, etc. So when I am talking about business, there are three things into that. One, producing the goods. Two, exchanging the same. Three, dealing into those goods and services, that is the trading activity. Production of goods and services. Exchange of goods and services. Transfer from one person to another for money or money's worth. Dealing in goods or services consumer goods for end use, capital goods for further production. Services are intangible, involves banking, insurance, transport, etc. Right down. Yes, Gaurav, I give a bit of time because everyone is not with the speed with which you can write. क्या होता है कुछ कुछ एक आध वर्ड भी अगर रह गया ना तो उसका लिंक छूट जाता है and that's why I wait for the others. I hope now you have started feeling good about even the OCM subject.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It should not be the case कि यार ये तो बहुत ही ज्यादा थियरी है, यार ये चीज कैसे होगा, इसको हम लोग कैसे पढ़ेंगे.
No, sir. As you explained, it became more easy for us.
Yeah, it has to. It has to. That's my job. Yes. Let me come ahead to the last 2 points of the concept of business. 3 points, last 4 points in fact. The continuity in dealings, very important. Business is not a one-time transaction. The business is an activity which is a continuous activity. मैंने पहले भी कहा कि मुझे एक बार कोई चीज बनाना आ गई और मैं वो बनाया और वो मार्केट में बेच के आ गया, मैंने बिजनेस कर लिया, ऐसा नहीं होता है. When you are doing the activity on a recurring basis, on a continuous basis, so that the people will be aware and people will be interested to have that particular goods or services from you, then the activity will be considered as a business for you. If you are doing it only out of hobby and जब तुम्हारा मन करेगा तब तुम काम करोगे, जब तुम्हारा मन नहीं करेगा तब तुम छोड़ दोगे, that is not business, right? So every business requires the regularity in transactions. One single transaction does not constitute business. If a person sells his own motor car and earns profit, then it will not be considered as business activity. But if he's a car dealer, so he sells and purchases the car regularly, then and only then it will be considered as the business activity. So it involves regularity in transactions. One single transaction, not business, right? So there has to be the continuity. Uncertain returns and element of risk is always there. When you're talking about business, you can never think that you will be getting the fixed rate of returns. आप पिछले 1.5 साल का example ले लो. All those business setups in the world have toppled down. Why? Because of COVID. Whereas at the same time, if you take the example of pharmaceutical industries, if you take the example of immunity booster industry, if you take the example of Darka industry, those industries have grown like anything in this last 1.5 years. Why? Because there the people have got into the thing कि यार मुझे वो गिलोयवटी चाहिए, मुझे वो च्यवनप्राश चाहिए, मुझे वो गोलियां चाहिए, मुझे विटामिन सी चाहिए, मुझे स्टीम चाहिए, मुझे प्लास्टिक चाहिए, and what not. So these industries have grown like anything. But at the same time, there are sanitizer, पानी के जैसा sanitizer बिकता है. रेट पानी से 10 टाइम है, पर पानी के जैसा बिकता है. People consume less of water, more of sanitizer these days. Why? Because the demand has grown like that. And that is why it is called that you will always be having the uncertain returns. कभी returns, अब कुछ businesses तो एकदम बंद हो गए और कुछ businesses एकदम bloom हो गए. That's what you call as uncertain returns and element of risk. The risk is the key element of every business which is concerned with the exposure to loss. It is due to some unfavorable and undesirable events. I need not explain that further. COVID-19 has brought all the unfavorable and undesirable events for many of the businesses. Every business will have some or the other risk. The intensity of risk can be minimized but can't be avoided. हाँ, अगर आपने प्रॉपर प्रिकॉशन ली, अगर आप अलग अलग तरीके से बिजनेस करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो, आप ऑनलाइन बिजनेस एक्टिविटी, आप ऑफलाइन बिजनेस एक्टिविटी, किसी ना किसी तरह से बिजनेस को चलाने की कोशिश कर रहे हो, then in that case you can avoid that risk. So you can reduce that risk, but you cannot close that risk. Certain factors are beyond the control, like changes in consumer tastes, likes and dislikes, fashions, changes in methods of production, fire, theft, natural calamity, etc. Whereas some factors are controllable. So what you can have the control on is the controllable factors only, right? So I'll come to these points. Continuity. I'll just put one more chart on this. यहाँ fit नहीं होगा, इसीलिए. This facility is available only to me. Kindly do not try this at home. Continuity. Uncertain returns involvement of risk, element of risk, element of risk and consumer satisfaction. Right? Now, continuity means what? Regularity of transaction is necessary. Regularity of transactions is necessary. Uncertain returns, because returns depend on market demand, avoidable risks, can be managed, unavoidable risks can be reduced but cannot be avoided. Right? And consumer satisfaction, very necessary, very important for long-term success. Is it right? Consumer satisfaction is very much important for the long-term success of the business. Did you people get it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Write it fast.
Yes.
Is it done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that is it for the day. In our next session in the next week at 8:30, we'll be continuing with the concept of profession, the next part of our chapter number 1. That is it for the day from me. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir.
Have a
Bye.
great
Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.